The soul speaks to the body, not to the mind. Even when you have separated and you have forgotten your way, there will be something in you that's trying to lead you back to your softness and to your tenderness. So we do know the way. We've always known the way. We just thought the way had to come through different methods. So this is what we're doing, beautiful ones. Each one of you is here for a reason. We thought that we needed to show up in a church. We didn't understand that in moments of gentleness and moments of compassion and acceptance, in the softest moments that you experience, that is the divine. And I know that when I first experienced my eye journey, for me, that's the one thing that there was no choice. I really had to go within. I did take the inner way, and I didn't know what the divine was. I was afraid of God. I always longed for that connection. I really did. And I imagine each one of you, if you're still with me, you long for it too. But maybe not in the words that have been passed down to us. And so what's really important for you right now is to find the words that you feel comfortable with. And if I say a word that doesn't resonate with you, just change the word. I remember when I was listening to a program called Dream Builder, and it had some beautiful teachings in it, but she talked about God all the time. And some of it resonated so beautifully with me, and yet that word held so much resistance for me. But because life carved that time for me, it was something that I needed to go through in order to soften to what the divine really is. When we are in the resistance, that separates us from this beautiful energy that's always flowing through us anyway. And so it's the moment that you close your eyes for a brief second and you breathe. And then we begin to notice how our body begins to talk to us. The more that you do this sacred pause, where you just breathe again, it brings you back home. You might forget again, but for that moment, you were there. And the more moments that you bring yourself back to that, the more that you will begin to see that, oh, this feels way better than staying in my repetitive thoughts that keep me a prisoner to myself. So with those moments that feel so tight and so far away are actually the moments where you get to take a breath and pause and invite that part of yourself, your eternal self, your deeper self, your true self. Just connect with that. And so do you remember that hello, eternal loving presence? That's how quick it can be. I'm here with you. And you begin to form relationship with, we enter into this beautiful sacred relationship with the divine. You never have to open up a Bible. You never have to set foot in a church. None of that. The moment that you hold that softness, you hold that tenderness, the compassion, just allow yourself to move through this and see it differently. You know you're connected. And we're never not connected, but the thing that happens is when the mind takes control, the mind can't feel the divine. But this is why gratitude is such a beautiful sacred energy. Meister Eckhart had the quote that says, if the only prayer you ever say in your entire lifetime is thank you, that will be enough. Did I ever tell you the story about Meister Eckhart? The Amazon story? I think it was because I was meant to find out who he was and what he did, because he believed in the divine within. And this was before I really knew that. This was at a time that I was still not there yet. Anyway, Amazon sent me a message saying that they couldn't get my order in and wondered if I still wanted to purchase that, if they wanted me to try. And it was a DVD series on Meister Eckhart. I had no idea who Meister Eckhart was. I didn't have a clue who that was. And so I never ordered that at all. I know. But it put me on the path of paying attention to who is Meister Eckhart and what was his message. So the divine talks to you always. And often we shrug these things off. Like another miracle moment, maybe we'll pause with that and begin to reflect on that for a moment, because this is the ordinary. So another time, Hay House. Does everybody know who Hay House is? Okay, that was the first place that I discovered Wayne Dyer, and it was when I first entered on the path. And one day an email came through and they had the courses for $5. So I got 4 courses for $5 each, $20. That would have cost me about $2,000. What they meant to do was have it reduced by 50%. I couldn't believe it. It's like, how can that happen? How can it go from that price to this price? Well, because the divine wanted me to know that. It was a message. And so, of course, I purchased them, but I never did complete them because I recognized that all they are is messengers. You may need to take something, but for me, it was everything that I needed was going to be found within me. So everything I took on the outside was only ever a diversion anyway, and kept me from discovering this, held me back a little bit longer, but I needed that because I didn't believe that I could be anything without what society considers acceptable and valued, rather than just allowing myself to be who my soul came in to be, already had everything it needed. But there's moments that I was like, oh my goodness, the amount of money, but that was the part of me that didn't feel worthy yet. So I would love to pause and to ask anybody if they feel this is like, when did the divine speak to you? When did you receive a message? When did you receive a synchronicity that you knew it was a message for you? And the more that you start to think about it, the more you'll realize there were more moments than you know. So our mind searches for these things. It's like it has to be big. No, it doesn't. It just needs to be the moment that you breathe and you pause and you come back into your center point. You come back home to yourself for a moment and you realize that something just shifted in you. You made a decision to do something different. I think until we learn to recognize that all things are loved, it's hard to find the sacred in everything, because that's still the part of us that doesn't feel worthy of it. And so where did that message come from? This has been programmed into us, and it's nobody's fault. It is just the way that it's been. But what it is an invitation for each one of us to realize that we're being invited to take the inner path and discover, oh, wait a minute, I had this wrong. Even when we get mad, even when we make choices that are not in our highest good. It's more about inviting the inquiry and saying, why am I making that choice? Why do I continue to make this choice that isn't the healthiest for me? Because this is what we're trying to do, to enter back into a state of coherence. Because that is where we will recognize the divine. If the soul came here to learn and to remember, doesn't it make sense that we would experience these things? For some reason, we only think that life is good in the moments that feel right, and yet all the other moments we think something's wrong. It's because we forgot that we're the soul. We forgot that we came here to remember this, and so in order to remember this, the very best ways are often the ways that take us away from what feels good, because we're longing. We know deep inside there's something in us that's missing. So just allowing your body to drop in, bringing your awareness fully back into your body. And often when we close our eyes, that means that the distractions on the outer world, we shut them out. Just gently take that distraction away. And then remembering to breathe again, and then as you do this breath, remembering the sacredness of this breath because you're conscious of it. You can feel this deepening in you. Just allowing your body to be exactly as it is. Everything for you is welcome. Not resisting, simply allowing. And begin to imagine this tiny, warm light in your chest. It's not bright, it's just warm. And ask yourself, what am I longing for? What are you longing for? Don't analyze. Just listen. Allowing whatever wants to rise up. Feeling a word, an ache, a silence. It's all the doorway. What are you longing for, beautiful one? Just placing your hand on your heart and saying, I'm here. I'm here with you. And understanding what you just did, that's communion. That's it. You didn't have to do anything sacred and special. Simply just being in your own presence, witnessing yourself where you are, meeting yourself exactly where you're at. Did you know that it would be so simple to enter into communion? And the more that you do this, the more that you will enter into relationship with that part of yourself that you've yet to experience. Or you may have moments of it, but it is not full embodiment. But what we really want to do as the soul is to remember that we are the soul. That we are one with the divine dwells within you. And so the divine doesn't merge and take over, it's this natural softening, it's a meeting of each other that is always been you, never not been you, but you don't yet recognize it. And so the more that you invite these moments, and so, many people think they have to go to sacred sites and that they have to read the scripture and that they have to attend church or you have to do your rituals. And I mean, it's all beautiful. It's not that you can't do those things, but they're not necessary. It's a pause. It's a sacred pause. It's the connection with the breath. And it's just witnessing, where have I forgotten myself today? What truth wants to rise up in me? Wants to be witnessed? Because that's where we splat, that's where we forget. That's where it doesn't feel good. Because we're not allowing it in. So I invite you each just to take a moment and to write down whatever is just coming to you right now. What truth wants to rise up in you? What is your eternal self, your deeper self wanting you to know in this moment? Communion truly begins as self-honesty. Think about this. If the divine is already within you, but the divine is your truth. The divine is not somebody you're striving to be, or a persona that you created to protect yourself or to feel better about yourself. It's simply your truth. And yet we spend our whole lifetime resisting our truth because we don't think it's good enough. Forgetting that, or maybe not even knowing, unconsciously forgetting that we actually have everything we need. And, to compare yourself to somebody else is actually, we're doing ourselves a disservice because we've forgotten the uniqueness, the sacredness, the sovereign part of ourselves that is meant to be the expression of the divine. So it can't be anybody else. It can't be like somebody else. It may have things in common. But if the divine came here to express itself through each one of us, wouldn't it be beautiful if we began to recognize that in ourselves? Communion it's not a mystical state. It's the moment that you begin to tell yourself the truth about what you feel without shrinking, without judging, without rushing. It's important for you to find a way to begin to commune, to go within, to ask yourself, what truth did I allow myself to see today? What truth did I allow myself to express today? Or what truth was I resisting today? All of it's okay. Your truth is not somebody else's truth, and this is what we do. Many of us do this. What is your truth? And allow the moments where the impulse comes in, those moments where all of a sudden you have a thought. Something just comes to you, and it feels like intuition. It's like guidance. Honor that moment and find a way to write it down. If it's in your phone, a voice message, if it's a written one, just find a way. Most of us just think we will remember it, and often we don't, because it's coming from a different part of you. And so sometimes it feels like, oh, I will remember this, but we don't. Just understanding our truth doesn't have to be big. It can be just simple things too. Like, the truth is that I don't allow myself enough moments in the day to pause and to breathe and to connect. The truth is that sometimes I silence that voice because maybe I don't want to know what it's really trying to tell me. The truth might even be that I'm comfortable with what I know and I'm afraid of what I don't know. But until we can get honest with ourselves about what the truth is without condemning ourselves for that truth, the truth can never be the medicine that can take you into the alchemy. Because it's denial. Avoidance, silence. And think about that word too, silence. Do you know that the way that we can connect with the divine is so easily is through silence? And so many of us think that silence is like where you really are sitting and there's no noise going on, there's nothing. But that's not really what silence is. Silence is allowing yourself to be with yourself, to really just be in that, and to feel that. That's rising instead of putting yourself outside to the distraction. Because everything on the outside is a distraction until we really truly know ourselves. And yet everything on the outside can be a beautiful teaching. It can be the way that you model loving energy, but we have to know ourselves. We have to understand, who am I really? What is my superpower? What are my strengths? What am I carrying? Do you know what I found out about myself? My superpower is? It's my tenderness. Because that's what the divine needs me to be, tender, so that I can help other people open their hearts. That's how the divine wants to flow through me, is through tenderness. Who would think tenderness is a superpower? Yet it is. So the things that you may think are not very significant because in the world outside, they don't have that much value, I'm here to tell you that they do. They have way more value than you think. So compassion and empathy and kindness and gentleness and tenderness, these soft, beautiful words that we reflect on ourselves and others, is the door. That's where the divine is. So even just closing your eyes right now and breathing that, just feeling that wave of softness, that wave of gentleness. I can allow myself to be exactly who I am. Because everything is leading you back to this truth, that you are divine. You are eternal. You have a deeper self. You have that eternal self that knows, that is never forgotten. And you connect with that in the moments that you feel the most connected. So even in our time together, often you'll feel something, and what you're feeling is actually your eternal deeper self. It's your truth. Ultimately, the thing that we're here to do is to remember we are love, to remember that love is not found in a relationship in the way that we've thought that love is. Love is a way of being. So it's when I allow myself to be soft. It's when I allow myself to be gentle with myself, no matter what. How loving is that? Instead of condemning. How many of you do that? I still do that. It's getting easier now. I catch myself really quick, but it takes practice. And just like you enter a relationship with the divine, it takes practice. But unless you're willing to just take a breath and to pause and to breathe and to be with, hello, eternal, loving presence. I'm here. And really, it's the pause. You just are allowing yourself a sacred moment. It's really, truly a breath. A breath can bring you back into a state of coherence. You don't need to go for a walk in nature. You don't need to journal. You don't need to go enter into prayer. You only need to breathe and set your intention that I'm back home. Here I am. Can you feel that? Do you notice the difference between the mind taking you out and analyzing versus just breathing and being? You just simply need to be. And so I just need to bring myself back here. So we're going to reweave our definition of what holy is, what sacred is, what the divine is. What if just you being honest is your purpose and gentleness is the doorway and the presence is your sanctuary that's been leading us home?